Hello and welcome to another episode of Retire Inspired. My name is Sam. It's good to see you guys today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I am having a really good day myself. I am on my way over to the flea market, the Eastbrook Flea Market. I'm going to update you guys on how the flea market is doing, and I'm also going to go to the My Kids Attic, where I also have a booth, and it is not doing so well. And I'm also going to just kind of give you an update of the day and how things are going. I have been very busy, working really hard, and as you can tell, the house is a little bit of a mess because I've got a lot of inventory that I need to get listed. I bought a bunch of new stuff, so come along with me today, and if you like today's video, be sure and give me a thumbs up. And also, here's something that I have been noticing. I haven't been getting many comments on my videos. I am really hoping that you'll leave a comment for me today, so leave me a comment and let me know what you think of my video, and let me know of any ideas that you might have for my flea market booths. So let's go, let's check it out. Before I hit my flea market booths, I'm going to take a little trip to the post office and drop off a package. I sold a camera that has been in my inventory for a little while now, and it is has sold for the third time, and hopefully the third time is the charm, because the first two times they canceled the purchase, and so there you go. So we're gonna head over to the flea market booth, which there is actually a post office in the middle that I will be able to drop off my package to. So let's go. Sometimes I think about this little adventure I'm on called retirement, and I really feel fortunate that I was able to plan early on in my career and make some good choices that allowed me to be able to retire at 55 years old. I'm 57 now, so actually I retired at 55, then I turned 56 the following month. I retired in January and turned 56 in February, so I've been retired just a little bit over a year, and I have really been enjoying it. These side hustles that I do part-time are just ways of filling my time while I'm retired, because I feel like if you retire and you just sit down, then your life has really no purpose and no meaning, and except to just be a consumer. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being a consumer, and there's nothing wrong with consuming in retirement. I believe that retirement is the time when we should be consuming. Now, some people don't consume at all. They continue to work, and they work into their 60s and 70s and sometimes even 80s and beyond. But our lives are very limited. If you think about it, a lifespan is just the blink of an eye. And if you spend your whole life working and not enjoying it, then what is the purpose in life? Are we put here to work all of our lives? And I get it that some people, they're just not happy. They're not happy unless they are working, and that's okay. If that's you, then I'm not saying that you shouldn't do what you're doing. But as for me, I decided that I was tired of sitting at a desk, or even, really anything where you got to punch a clock to get a paycheck. There's no reason why I should have to do that if I prepare and I'm able to retire in relative comfort. So, what are some of the things that you need to be able to do to be able to retire and be comfortable? Well, one of the things that you really need to do is you need to become debt free. because when you owe money, then you're kind of a slave to the bank and to whoever you owe money to, and you know, you're going to spend your whole life paying off your debt. So that's the best thing to do, is to make sure that you become debt free. And you can, once you're debt free, you can live off of a smaller amount of money depending on your situation and your circumstances. In my circumstances, I have a house that is paid for, so I have very few expenses. The only expenses I have in retirement are my utility bills. So my pension that I received from my state job that I retired from is more than adequate to allow me to pay those bills and also put money aside for other things that I might want. As far as the side hustles that I do with eBay and the rental houses and now my flea market booths, that money just goes into a separate account, and I keep it separate because, you know, if you're going to be running businesses and making money through those businesses, you need to keep that separate from your personal account so that you can account for it at the end of the year, and you're not scrambling at the end of the year trying to figure out what you spent your money on or what you didn't spend your money on. Was it business related or was it personal? So that's why I keep that separate. But also because, you know, I don't really need that money to take care of my personal expenses. All that money is used for business expenses, and that's what I use the money for. If I need to make a repair on a house, if I need to pay property taxes, if I need to pay utilities on those houses that I have, then that's what I use that bank account for, to pay those out of, so that the money is kept separate and the payments are kept separate. So getting back to my conversation about retirement, if you are looking down the road, if I was speaking to my younger self in my 20s or 30s even, and I was, you know, going to say, what do you need to do to be prepared for retirement, and what are the things that you need to do? Well, you need to get a job that has a pension. If you don't get a job that has a pension, then you need to set up your own retirement savings plan, either a 357B or 401k, or whatever you're allowed to do. Maybe your employer allows, has a match or something like that. I'm here at the booths, so let me get situated and parked, and I'm gonna show you around a little bit what they look like. But first we got to run in here to the post office and drop off this camera that I sold. I bought it for $20. It's a Sony digital camera, very nice camera. Bought it for $20 and sold it for $445, which was a very good return on my investment. No, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how are you today?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Just got a couple packages to drop off.
Need a receipt?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too. 28, little Miss Katie's, with her sign that says, here we go.
Alright, so now we're going to check out the booth at my kid's attic. So far I haven't sold but one item out of this booth for $25 since the 1st of May. And today is the 11th of June. This booth over here on the right is a new booth, newly set up. Wonder how they're doing, if they've sold anything. But we are over here on the left, and we've got this set up with shirts and stuff over here on this rack, and dresses over here on this rack. And then if you walk into the booth, I've got some pants here on that rack, and that Barbie house that I had, if you remember my previous video, I had that Barbie house in the other flea market. And so I've started getting some jewelry items to sell, and got some necklaces, and bought these hooks, these hanging hooks, and put those up there. But inside the glass case, I've got a little bit of jewelry as well, and a couple of Avon vintage perfumes. Got a thing of bath soaps, spa set, some Mary Kay stuff, face cloths, makeup, and some vintage perfume. That's perfume. And then some more like copper crane. I've never heard of that before, but copper crane cleansing hand gel, and some Mary Kay products. And then I put the all the little things that go with the Barbie house down there to keep it from getting misplaced. We'll just say that. So yeah, I'm not feeling real excited about this booth. Just doesn't seem to be making any money. I don't know if it's because nobody's coming in here, or if I'm doing something that is making it not interesting to people. But yeah, that's the booth there. Hey, how's it going? So we're gonna go downstairs and check out the booth down here, see how it's doing. I really like how close it is to the stairs. It makes it real easy to find. So here is my booth, booth number 37. I've been bringing stuff down a little bit at a time. I'm trying to fill up my glass display cases with as many video game consoles as I can. So I've got an Xbox 360 and an original Xbox there, and then another Xbox on top of that, on top of the PlayStation 3, and a few video games. And then of course I've got some vintage consoles. I've got the Sega Game Gear and the Game Boy for the Nintendo. And I also got a, you can't see it too well, but I've got a Nintendo DS XL here, and this XL has been modded, so it is a little, a little bit more. Then I put a PS4 down here, so I got a PS4, and then I've got an original Xbox and an Xbox One. And I've got a Nintendo Wii and a PS2. So I've been doing pretty good with selling the PS2s. I've sold 2 PS2 game consoles already, and I've sold 1 Xbox One. So they're doing pretty good so far. But this case over here, I bought this metal sign to put on it. It really makes it look good. And all my vintage consoles are here. We got the Sega Genesis, the PS2, another PS2, a Super NES. I found these little characters at a yard sale, so I just put them out here for display. And then a Nintendo Entertainment System from 1985. and I just put that little Mario in there to hold the pistol to kind of draw people in. And over here I have my comic books. So I have an assortment of comic books. Most of them are $4, and I do have some more expensive ones that I picked up at yard sales that are older. And I've got a couple of die-cast cars down in that. And then I keep this record player here so that people can test out the records. It says not for sale. Use the record player to test records. So over here is where my records are kept on this record display. And so I have labeled them all. We got rock, we got easy listening, kids records, spiritual, jazz, pop, comedy. And I got classical down here, rhythm and blues, 30s and through 50s, and then we've got the 50s through 60s there. And also we got movie soundtracks, different movie soundtracks. So the records have been doing really well. Been really really pleased with how the records have been doing. And then over here we've got the video games for the consoles. We've got the Xbox One, the 360, the PlayStation 2, original Xbox, PlayStation 3, and then I just put out PlayStation 4 yesterday. And then we got Wii down on the bottom. And this is all kind of my media section. See, I've got these two reels up here that I got at a yard sale, and they're movie reels for a movie projector at a movie theater. I picked them up for like $5 a piece, and they are not for sale, so I keep them here in the booth to kind of display. And also have these DVDs. All these DVDs are brand new. They're sealed. I'll show you. See, they're sealed, brand new. So I'm selling them for $5 each, which is a little bit more than some of the other booths. Some of the other booths are around $3 to $4 a piece, but these are all new and sealed. And so I figured, you know, I'd price them a little bit higher. Now, maybe, you know, do a 10% sale at some point. Down here I have VHS tapes. Looks like people have gotten most of the Black Diamond ones, but there are a few left there. And then I have a few ceramic items here, and more movies. And I got this Jurassic Park poster at a yard sale, and I've got it listed for about $55. This is one of these movie posters that you would see at the theater. Now, as we move around here, I've got this big banner for Kanye West. If I got any cooler, I would freeze to death. This was a post I guess he made at one point. And then here's all the die cast. We've got this shelf was full of die cast, and everything just sold off of it quickly. But we've got all these racing cars, die cast cars, and such. And more die cast back here. And then got a poker set, M&M thing, M&M candy thing, dispenser, and some beer mugs. And this is all the Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels do pretty good. I'm not complaining. These are all Johnny Lightning here. And these are all ceramics. And this thing turns so that you can look at all the different ceramics. And it's got a little box down on the bottom where I can use to store supplies and such as that. And then in this case I've got some china sets. I did sell a set of china about a week ago for $135, and so I quickly put another set of china in here, so hopefully that'll sell too. I've got a couple of these vases. This one is lead crystal, and this is a frosted glass vase, These two are matching vases. They didn't come from the same place. I found one came from some stuff that we had from an estate, and the other one came from a yard sale. But I'm trying to fill up every bit of available space with stuff that I can sell, like this scroll, this Japanese picture scroll. I've got it listed for $35. And I'm trying to keep a little bit variety of stuff in the booth. Alright, so we're here with Peggy.
Hi, how are you?
And tell us a little bit about yourself, Peggy, and how long you've been here, and tell us about your booth.
Well, I've been here 2 years now and have thoroughly enjoyed it. My next door neighbor, Marilyn, who has a booth right next door to me, is also my next door neighbor. So I started coming with her, and I thought, wow, this looks like something I would enjoy, and I have for 2 years.
Isn't it fun?
It is. It's so much fun, and I have met so many amazing people.
Now, how do you find all your cool artifacts here that you sell?
Oh my goodness, I go everywhere. I go to, of course, yard sales and different just antique places, and I guess just all over. There's so many. Honestly, the first part of it started, most of it came out of my house. So,
do you sell anywhere else, like eBay or Poshmark or Mercari?
No, I do not. This is my only place that I do sell my items is here.
And the name of your booth is Meemaw's Attic?
It is. It's Meemaw's Attic. I have 10 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, so I felt it was appropriate.
Meemaw's Attic, booth number 130.
That's it.
So when y'all are down here at the Eastbrook Flea Market here in Montgomery, Alabama, come visit.
Yes, of course. We'd be happy to see you. When I retired, I was looking for something to do, so I just started coming down here and helping her out. And like I said, I decided I think I want to do this too. So I ended up opening my own booth.
My YouTube channel is about my retirement. It's a retirement channel. So what is your favorite thing about retirement, and what kind of work did you do?
Well, I've been in daycare for about 50 years. I started off in classrooms and I moved up into the management part of it, and really enjoyed it because children are just my passion anyway. I just love it. But there just comes a time, you know, when it's just time to retire and move on. And so actually when I retired, I stayed home, cleaned my house from top to bottom. That didn't take long. Got bored and decided, okay, I don't want to sit here and eat all day. So I needed something to do, and this was the perfect way to do it right here.
So you guys introduced me to a new term called working vendor.
Yes, we are working vendors. Yes, we are.
Tell us about what that is.
Well, I help a couple of the other vendors out here too, and this is what I call my office. Everyone laughs at me about it, but I help out too with other people. Like if I don't really have anything to do that day in my booth, I'll help out with them pricing and moving things and helping them out. But we just love to come down here and work together, and this just seems to be our perfect little nook to do it in.
Y'all told me I was a working vendor too, because I'm down here all the time.
And we meet the first Tuesday of every month.
The first Tuesday of every month.
From 6 to 8.
Is when we come down here and have a work night.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't even know about that until these ladies came by my booth and informed me. But it is on the, I found out it's on the paycheck. When you get your paycheck on the statement that you get, it says reminder first, but I hadn't got a paycheck yet. So,
so you're looking forward to your first?
I did. I got my first one, so that's how I knew about it. But
okay.
But when you guys told me about it, I had not yet got one.
Yeah. Marilyn and I are down here almost every time, you know, they have the vendor night here. We're usually here, so. But it's a good time, you know, to have, you know, when no one's in the building and you can move some of your bigger stuff and everything without interrupting the flow of traffic of the customers.
Yeah, and all these vendors are kind of like a little community of our own, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
One
we
little group.
are. I love
happy
it.
little group.
I do.
Well, I've felt really welcomed here, and
well, thank
you guys have
so
been
you're
very.
Now a member of the Basement Brigade.
The Basement Brigade. Well, I am so thankful that I got in the spot that I'm at. I really love that spot.
You have a great location.
Yeah.
You really do.
Well, thank you for giving us a little interview.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Anything you want to say to the YouTube world?
Yeah, come on out to Eastbrook. We have so many unique items and things that you would never find anywhere else. I can assure you, you will find it here. So come on out.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Marilyn, and I'm downstairs, booth 422, and I'm come by soon is mine. I deal in vinyl records. I also buy them.
So this is one of your booths?
Yes, sir. And this over here is my booth.
So you have two.
I have two booths downstairs. One.
So let's see what all you got in your booth.
We have collectibles, different kinds of teak wood.
You got video games.
Yeah, we have a few video games, not a lot like some of the others down here.
Booth number 422.
Yes, and down just at the bottom of the stairs and go right.
And this is the rest of your booth.
Yes, sir.
And you got records?
I have vinyl records. I also buy vinyl records. My records are 25% off. I have all genres. I have puzzles around the corner down there. But most of all is my vinyl records.
And you're from Montgomery?
I'm from Montgomery. Been here about 9-10 years.
You've been in the flea market for that long?
Been in the flea market 10 years.
Oh wow! So you've been here as long as he has.
Yes. Oh, and thank you for looking. Come down by, and we appreciate. Maybe we can see you and say hi. Anyway, like I say, stop by and see us.
You got lots of records. Do you get your stuff from yard sales, or how do you?
I get my stuff from individuals that give me a call, estate sales, and
Clean
yard
out?
sales.
Do you do clean outs?
I'd be glad to, but most of the time, nobody's been offered them to me.
Okay.
So, but I do try to buy from estate sales and individuals that come around.
Okay. Well, all right. Well,
And I pay $1 to $2 to $3 for records.
one thing about this lady right here is she's very friendly. She and her other friend came up to me when I first opened my booth, and they had a lot of nice, kind things to say, and we just made friends and hit it off right away.
Well, thank you. Well, I mean, we're just glad to have you, and hopefully you're doing well.
Yeah, I am doing very well. Thank you. Okay, I'm here with my neighbor. He is in the booth right behind mine. He actually has several different booths that he keeps, and it's called Seven Shadows is the name of his business. So I'm going to let him introduce himself, tell us his name, and also he has a YouTube channel, so he can tell us a little bit about that, as well as tell us about his booth and what he sells.
Well, welcome to Seven Shadows Market. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, and welcome. It's great to have you here. With your video games and all that stuff. It's awesome to have a cool neighbor, and I appreciate the partnership here as far as getting exposure and letting everybody know what we're doing here. Seven Shadows Market is incense and anime geek shop. That's the best way I can describe it. Where over here is my Hippie Moonchild section, premium hand-rolled incense. Aromatherapy is my gig, so it's important for me to know that I have little things to help you out. So if you need more energy, I'll take you to a citrus blend. If you want something to help you with anxiety or depression, things like that, we'd be looking at lemongrass, things like that. So it's really exciting, a whole bunch of stuff. Again, I got little cheaters on everything to help you kind of in your aromatic journey that you will begin right here at Seven Shadows Market. But that's only part of what I have. Over there is all my geekery. I have a lot of anime stuff as far as I have posters, music posters. I have tons of different little pins, things like that.
You want to walk us around and show us?
Yeah, sure. Come over here. See, I got some various Funko Pops. Again, anime is kind of my wheelhouse, where I stick with my Funko Pop lineups. But you know, a lot of this geekery, you never know what you're going to get. Because I have a lot of new product, and sometimes I acquire other things. You dig music, physical media, they say it's dying. Well, not here. We have CDs, DVDs, stuff like that. Also have a few records. Records kind of change from time to time. Comic books. Again, when it comes to the geek stuff, budget-friendly geekery is where I like to be. So if you're looking for a $450 comic book, I'm not going to be the place. But if you want some cool things to read for like $3 to $5, definitely going to be the place to be. Anime figures over here, posters, various kind of posters, music posters. I have a lot of horror posters, anime stuff. And again, you got the little records here to look through. So that's basically in a nutshell here at Seven Shadows Market, Incense and Anime Geek Shop. Hope to see you soon. Thank you for your time. And remember, we're in the basement. So you come in Eastbrook Flea Market and you head down to the basement, accessible by stairs that are in the front middle part of the main floor. And there's an elevator back in the back. You got to come down so you can come check out me and check out this cool cat over here. And I appreciate your time.
And how long have you been down here?
I'm entering my 9th year now. So
wow.
just cleaned out the 8th year and heading into the 9th now.
I talked to a lot of vendors that have been here for many, many years, so it must be a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah, well, you know, and a lot of those vendors you talk to, those were vendors that I shopped with.
Oh, yeah?
When I was a customer. And now that I see how much they work their booths and how much they're in here, I understand why I shopped with them, because they're on top of their stuff. And so that's a key, too.
Do you want to share your name and YouTube channel?
Oh, yes. My name is D.W. Blackburn. You can also call me Doug. All of my social medias are at Seven Shadows Market. Check out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos on incense, but also some geekery things, a few movie reviews, different things like that. Whatever tickles my fancy. But at Seven Shadows Market is where you'll find it.
At Seven Shadows Market is the name of your YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, all social medias.
I'll put a link below in the description.
That sounds great. I even have threads, and nobody has threads. So, but again, all social media. It's at Seven Shadows Market. If I'm on it, you'll find it.
Yeah, go check him out.
Also, for more information on what I do, including seeing every incense that I sell and lists all the benefits and everything, check out my website, 7shadows.com. That's the number 7, the word shadows.com.
All right, thanks. So there you have it. There's the booth, and real excited about how well it's doing, and I'll be continuing to update you guys on the booth as we go forward. I hope that you enjoy this content. If you do, be sure and give me a like and a thumbs up and let me know what you think. I've got a lot of different things going on right now between the flea market booths and the other stuff, so stick with me and I'll keep updating you. And come back and visit me on the next one. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. And we'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.